So we know that they exist, whereas previously that was not the case. So hopefully after we finish up a couple more quests, maybe we gain a level, maybe we improve our gear a bit in some way, becomes a little more feasible for us. I feel like it might be possible for us to do it now, but it would be a stretch. This would of course lead us in that general direction here, but it is a path of some variety, so it is intriguing me a bit. That would be a little bit odd if the path were deliberately leading to a monster nest, but it does kind of seem like that is the case. Oh, you know what? That monster nest is in a cave, interestingly enough. I mean, there are the neckers right there. Sort of. Now we can snipe them from here as well. In fact, I mean, that's... If anything, this would probably be the place to snipe them from. It's further away, but definitely safe. Whereas the other place where we were previously, not quite as much so. Alright, I am admittedly, though, getting very distracted from our primary objective. Did we just find another monster nest, though? Hold on. Are there two monster nests, like, right next to each other here? There are. And that actually... Oh, that's a den, whereas these are nests. Wow. Okay. So yeah, we are finding lots of good stuff here. But I still feel like we probably do want to stick with the task at hand, that being be more organized with our exploration, first and foremost. That way we know which sections we have and have not yet explored, and know where we ought to check out next. Whereas if we're all over the place, then it gets much more difficult to keep track of all that stuff. It's like right now, we basically know we have checked out all the coastline. Very close to all the coastline. Starting now, I believe. This is where we came in. So now, let's head in a little more mainland. And do we make a point of going after the things that we already know exist, like those question marks? Or do we instead explore the great unknown and see if we happen to come across anything there? Certainly had some luck with that, of course. But, You see deer. Okay, for a second I wasn't sure if those were... Those look like bandits riding horses. There are definitely horses. I'm pretty sure some of those guys are bandits. And they might not be terribly notable. You're a bandit, right? Yeah. Surely. Do you have friends? Thought you had friends. This plant looks unfamiliar. Except we definitely have some of it. Were the other horses with you just horses that you happen to have with you and not actually people riding said horses? Or did you happen to have a bunch of deer nearby that I was mistaking for horses? I suppose either could be the case. This is a cool place. Some kind of orchard. Oh, we can't pick the sunflowers? Darn it. Anything in the little hut? Doesn't look like it. Let's just double check the map to see what area we've now gone through. Oh, we've definitely found some plants here. Yeah, so we more or less went down this main road here, right through the center of this area. So maybe what we do in that case is we kind of cut this islandish in half. And we'll take, let's say, maybe the left side. Where are all these? Yeah, reliefs. Let's take them while we're here. More as well. This the same thing? Yep. Man. I mean, it looks like farmland, because it appears to be farmland, which means it has lots of things that are, I'm sure, just laid out there for witchers to take, right? It's not like these people were relying on these crops for their livelihoods. So we absolutely should not feel bad about taking them right from under their noses, without even informing them. I'm curious what's at the top of that. You would assume that there is some house that is affiliated with this farmland. It just never ends. Like all the rid leaf in the world. So much so that we quite literally may not need to ever pick rid leaf again after this. I don't know. Unless there are some things that we can create that require a bazillion rid leaves. We tried that building. Is there anything else over here? There's more rid leaf, it would seem. Pretty sure that's what this is. Looks like it. Far corners. We been there already? Is that this area here? We have explored this mini-city. I have gone east when I said that we were going to go west. But you probably would have guessed that, right? Anything with these huts of sort? Are they actually haystacks? I think they're haystacks. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that they are just affiliated with these houses over here. And these are the beehives. Can we roast the beehives and, yeah, take a bunch of honeycomb? Don't even need to roast them. We can just take the honeycomb out of them. I suppose that's like kind of the whole idea of deliberately keeping a beehive. That and, you know, deliberately harboring bees. Who does that? So yeah, between the honeycomb and all the rid leaf, we're definitely loading up on all the crops and goods of these farmers here. And beekeepers. Okay. At this point, I feel like we probably don't need to be taking any more. Oh. Who are you two?
WINDMILL, they said. It'll pay off, they said.
Huh?
What do you want?
Just get off my back.
I mean, yeah, we did kind of just probably take all of your crops. So, I suppose you probably do have reason to be a little bit frustrated with us, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Just take one more rid leaf for the road, right? And maybe considerably more honeycomb. I don't remember if you can actually sell the honeycomb for much. The rid leaf, I'm assuming, is much like any other plant. Ooh, milk. And that the plants are basically only worth 1 coin if you ever try to sell them. 1 coin a piece, so yeah, if you get crazy volume, I suppose that is still possible. Do something with that. And there is a fast travel location here, so that is good. Let's actually see what we can learn by reading fast travel location. Lucien Lefox, or Lefoy, the famous Oxenfurt sculptor and architect, bought this windmill several years ago and made it into his country retreat. Sadly, the enormous popularity of the great Lucian's designs means he spends little time in his fortress of solitude, and has entrusted its care to a steward. Okay. So we might expect to run into said steward, and that might be this person here. That's a trader.
Greetings.
Oh. Yeah, we
Wouldn't
actually
mind a look at your stock.
could use offloading some of the junk that we picked up.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Oh, he is bugged.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
We would like to look at his stock.
Farewell.
But apparently that is... Whoa, not allowed. Oh my goodness.
Greetings.
He's a monster.
Wouldn't
We
mind
do
a
this
look at
side?
your stock.
No, we cannot.
Farewell.
Yeah, we talk to him when he's over here. He teleports over there. We say we want to trade with him. He suggests we can trade with him. He doesn't let us trade with him. I don't trust that guy for a second. So, like, here's the windmill. Ah, here we go. I was gonna say, we can go up, right? Surely. At least up to here, where we can get some of the items that we've gotten a bazillion of thus far. Can't wait. Oh, big bad wolf here. Throw your house in. Doesn't seem like it, unfortunately. So that does stink a bit. Would be nice to have gotten the chance to trade with that guy, and it would be cool if we had the opportunity to go into that windmill, although I think in the past we've seen some other buildings kind of like that. We have seen other windmills, and we were not able to go into those either, so not a huge surprise. Oh, I did not need to do that, or that, for that matter. Hold on. So, that building must be the windmill. We tried, I'm guessing this building was that farmhouse that we saw, or house is a strong word, farm that we saw that didn't really have anything in it. So I think in that case, oh, what? Is it all grayed out and pixely Novigrad? Not sure, but I'm a little bit hesitant to go this route. I mean, it should be its own quest or its own thing of note over here, right? It shouldn't be anything that's related to a Witcher contract or anything of that sort that we've already found, because we did in that general area, maybe it was the Widow's Grotto actually, find some of the stuff that was jumping us ahead, specifically for one of our Witcher contracts. Should probably mark on the map, though, where we're actually thinking of going, except what is this, if anything? Just a boulder? That is a nice boulder. Very nice boulder. Okay, now let's mark it. Well, it turns out, basically just go straight ahead, exactly in the direction we're pointed, and we will get there. As for what we will find there, I don't really know. No sign of anything yet. A hut. Probably what it was referring to. Our enemies. Deserters, okay. Was it just some kind of bandit camp? Yeah.
Come on, come closer.
I really wanted to take the
long
guy
are you
out
gonna make me
while
wait?
he was on the ground, but Geralt insisted on not doing that. Maybe we just go a different route instead. Also, Warlock. Hello. Did I shoot you in the... Oh, what? I shot you in the foot. Thank you very much. Your shield was not down there. And you can block our Igni as well. I think we have seen that in the past, so we probably should have known better. Let's get rid of the guy that doesn't have a shield. You should be considerably easier. Oh, what? I'm not really sure what happened there. I think he hit us simultaneously with us igniting him. There we go. So I was seeing something, might have even been on a loading screen, that was saying that, technically speaking, you are supposed to dodge more against monsters, and you're supposed to parry more against humans. And I'll be honest, I basically never parried. Or at least was never making any point of parrying previously. But against guys with shields, I think it might be a fair bit more significant. Ooh, I did not quite get to parry up in time. But this guy's actually doing a fair bit of damage to us, and maybe we're getting a little too clever for our own good here. No, not bad. You shouldn't be terribly difficult. Wow. Despite us dodging you a little bit there, you did still manage to hit us. Why are you proving so problematic? there goes our Quen. Okay, put it back on. Does Quen go away if we block like this? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, that's good to know. Like we do, what? Block.
Come closer.
And then, okay, we follow up like that. Except I was kind of expecting us to have an offensive sign, not just another Quen. That would have been a good opportunity to do that. Like that time, I deliberately dodged with the intention of sidestepping his attack, and yet did not. It was a little bit weird. His shield is larger than it would appear, it seems. Can we just, like, take you out with a Nikki here? Like that? Alright. You have junk. Your friend also probably has junk too. However, were you guarding something other than junk? That's the real question. Ooh, there are more of you? 2 more red dots. Yeah? For a second there was a talk option. It was interesting. But we've had the option of choosing peace now, I don't think so. I think it just hadn't registered yet to that guy that we were an adversary. He was chilling for a little bit. Okay, so there is a building here, of course. Actually, sort of 2. Okay. An ostrich is actually fairly rare, I think. Maybe lootable? Yes. That is. And I would expect primary stuff is right here, based on the indicator on our map. Now, enhanced racing saddle. We did pick up a racing saddle not long ago. I'd have to check as to whether it's any better than that one. Might even be the same kind, and we are now encumbered, because, like I said, we picked up our fair share of not-so-great items, and probably do want to start to drop some of them, because we were hoping to have the opportunity to sell to that trader previously, but, well, he had other plans. Wait, what? Oh, okay. For a second, I thought this was a junk weapon. It was worth 581 coins. I was like, how did that happen? But no, this is definitely not a junk weapon. This is a relic one, so that does make sense. It's more so things like this rusty Nilfgaardian sword that we should definitely drop. Anything that is definitely firmly in double-digit territory rather than triple-digit territory is probably worth getting rid of. Like 14. Bear in mind, the values that you see here are not even the values that we would get if we were to sell them. They'd be worth even less. So, for that reason, I'm thinking a lot of this stuff can probably go. Like 33 can probably go. D7 arguably could go. Yeah? Okay. That should give us a fair bit more inventory space. And I think that might be everything in here. Okay. And we did pick up, of course, our fair share of herbs recently. Let's just do a quick check, see if there's anything we can craft here that we weren't previously able to craft. Definitely some alchemy substances we could make, but any that we particularly want right now, I don't really think so. Oh! Enhanced Devil's Puffball? Yes, we picked up the Stammelford's Dust recently. That was the final piece we needed for that. Oh, it would have been the final piece as well for this. Yes, we might have wanted to double check in that case. See if we had a preference as to which one we would have taken. I think there's one here as well. Oh, the one that requires some red mutagens? Yes. However, I think there are, similarly, multiple potions that need red mutagens, and by taking this one, that would bring us further away from being able to craft another, so I think let's hold off on the red mutagen stuff. We are very much in need of a more sustainable source of that. I don't think there's anything else. Okay. So, that was this question mark here. now a completed bandit camp. Thought there were plenty of question marks over here, or at least things that turned into monster nests and monster dens. We've not leveled up since we last saw that stuff, and we were saying that that might be worthwhile to do first. Let's see if there's anything a bit further north, because I think that is a fairly large piece of land we've not yet explored. Ooh. And there's something here that said loot. That's a fireplace, yet it's saying loot. Is confusing me a little bit. Can try arting, see if there's anything over here that... Pretty sure that's supposed to say ignite. Not loot. Pretty sure it's just messing with our brains. We've seen that tower already, right? Pretty sure, because that's more in the coastly direction. But yeah, we do want to be mindful of this is, I think, coming close to the general area where we were expecting to do one of our Witcher contracts. So we might end up accidentally continuing to go further on that, even when we're not really trying to. Was this that very place? It might have been. Feel like it was. No? Stuff is new to us. Sure. Take the rune stones. Don't mind if I do, I suppose. Anything else in this general area to explain any of that? Mostly just the carts. And our gear is definitely starting to get pretty beat up now. It has been for a while, but... Or at least a little bit of it has been beat up for a while, but we've sort of been able to swap out some things to maintain at least a moderate amount of durability on our current gear, but it's not really the case anymore. So if, say, we were looking to push ourselves a little bit and do some of those monster dens and whatnot that are slightly higher level than we are, probably would be worth at least considering changing or repairing some of our gear. First, I want to see if there's anything else that we want to do before going that route. Anything that might be a slightly better fit from a level standpoint. Well, there is another shopkeeper. Is it the same one that was hanging out by the windmill previously that gave us a cold shoulder? I feel like there's a pretty reasonable chance that it is, but it might still be worth giving it a shot here. What? Scoia'tael? Really?
Rivian.
Where did you come from? And where are you going? 'Cause we have not seen much of the Scoia'tael. Oh! It's actually a Scoia'tael merchant.
I don't like you, Witcher.
Very interesting.
It's you. I'll never forget you. I must thank you once more.
What did we do? Did we help this guy? You know who we are?
You know me? Where from?
We met long ago in Broccolon.
Possible. I can't say I remember.
No surprise.
Sorry,
you were
dude.
badly wounded then. If not for the Dryad's care, it's unlikely you'd have survived.
Long time ago. So long it feels like it happened in another life. Maybe that's not so far from the truth.
In fact, well, Witcher 1, Witcher 2 spoilers, mostly Witcher 2, but we kind of know that that is sort of the case. But anyways.
Be glad to glance at what you're selling.
Yeah, what are you selling? / will you buy some of our junk? Because we have a lot of it. And this is what I mean. A lot of it's going to be worth, like, 10 coins, 4, 9, 11. But it takes up a lot of weight. So it's not so great for us, generally speaking. It's going to take up all of your inventory space and not provide you with much value. So for that reason, that's why in the past I've been pretty reluctant to pick it up. Except this time, we've done a few things to increase our maximum carrying capacity, so I've been a little more aggressive as of late with picking these things up. And I just had a fly into my face. And my headphones dropped. That's what that sound was. But anyways, besides that, let's sell this stuff. And do we want to sell any of this other stuff, or these things that we would actually like to keep for ourselves? This is the right level for us, and I think the damage is decent. It is exactly the same as our current weapon, it would seem, because it's not saying plus or minus anything. That's probably, yeah, a good backup for us in case our current weapon loses durability and whatnot. Same thing here, I think. Yeah. So let's hold on to those. This is okay. Yeah, it's worth 59. I suppose we could probably sell. Oh, the merchant does not have enough coins. The merchant has precisely 1 coin right now. I suppose that all the junk we sold ultimately did start to add up. That is actually pretty decent silver sword there. If we compare it to our axe that we are using, sword has additional critical hit damage. Oh, actually, less than what we have on our axe. Less armor piercing by a significant amount, but bonus experience from humans and non-humans. A little bit of bonus gold. Has 3 sockets, whereas the Dwarven Axe does not have any. It has the ability to get upgraded several times, at which point in time it would definitely be better. However, this sword has 100% durability, our axe only has 41, so if we were to repair our axe would become much better. Whoa! This silver sword. Not bad at all, and again, could very well have something to do with the durability, because, well, our silver weapon has 2. So I kind of think it is probably best for us to just repair our silver weapon or purchase a silver weapon that is more significantly better than what we have at the moment. That's good context at the very least. Do you have useful crafting recipes for us, or are they still just rune stones and things of that sort? Seems like it is. Oh, what was that? Yeah, glyphs. We have things that are totally different, and I am interested. But we've seen lots of people selling these things, so not so much. You're selling silver, though. That's, what I understand, that is an important thing for us to start to pick up. We have done our fair share of hoarding it. But if you are selling it here, then it's actually not that expensive. Might be worth picking up some. Otherwise, and here's all the junk that we sold. Exquisite honey? Wow. Already read that. Not read this. Read for additional information? Yeah. Maybe. Mostly, I'm intrigued about this, and I'm pretty sure that after doing that, we can probably proceed to sell you a little bit more. Might not be the end of the world. If, say, we could now almost sell you this sword that we were thinking of selling previously. What about... So, we could also sell armor. This is... Guarding boots, actually, are worth almost nothing. That's surprising. We were using those, of course. Technically speaking, of course, these things are worth more if we were to sell them to specialists. For the most part, these are pretty minor things that are not worth that much to begin with, so it might not matter too much. Although, I mean, we did see that it started to add up a bit. I think this guy started with 220 or so coins, and we bought him out of all that, so suppose it did still add up a bit. One away from being able to sell that as well. Could do this. Yeah. Maybe we sell that. Okay. Then let's move on.
Vafail.
Oh! Even speaking some Elvish.
Hey!
Oh? Huh? So... More Fervor Cane. Okay.
Nothing to it.
You guys are just like chilling out here, doing your thing. This is your outpost. Kind of nice that there was a fast travel location here. Suppose if there's no quests or anything in this area, then maybe there's not a specific reason for ever returning here, but still, cool spot. Like I said, we haven't seen much of the Scoia'tael yet.
I'd not overstay my welcome if I were you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Actually, we do want to head north, I think. And we're going this direction. Well, these are wolves. Not really of interest. Except they might possibly be chasing after us, or at least were momentarily. That one's probably about to take notice of us. Or the deer. Yeah. I couldn't be quick enough. There we go. Okay, and I'm pretty sure we've been here, because this is now bringing us so far north that we're on the coastline where we can see the walls, Novigrad. So at this point, I think we've explored most of the western side here. We've maybe not gone... Oh no, this was where the Scoia'tael were. It's like we maybe haven't seen this exact corner here. But I think for the most part we've gotten the western half. Not quite as much on the eastern side of things, but I think it's probably enough to feel fairly confident that we can start to focus less on just exploring and more on making a point of doing the quests. So, let's take a look at, I think it was Witcher contracts was the thing we were thinking of doing next, like talking to the widow. That's level 16. Yeah, a pretty good fit for us. Otherwise, secondary quests, yeah, none really of note. 24 is definitely too high for us right now. So let's check this out. Where is said widow? He is, oh, fairly close by. Let's go pay a visit. She over here by where all the performers are / were. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I also guess we can't walk through there. Sorry guys, one moment while I just step on all of your heads. Is up here? I believe, yeah, a little bit further. Yeah, and last time we were in this town, it was actually, it was night. So we didn't see many people out and about. So this is really our first time.
They're a scourge, that Julia and her furry friends.
So breakable.
Okay.
Mix the shards with some fish and set it out for them. They'll eat it and croak.
You
Greetings,
are the
Witcher.
person we want to speak to.
Hear about the White Lady.
As I hoped. I notice it's been hanging so long, Sun's near bleached it blank.
Managed to decipher it somehow, but I need more information.
Ask away. Afraid to go out in the fields anyway, for fear of ending up like Mikko and his band.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who are they?
Mikko and his band. Who are they?
4 lads, drunkards and good-for-nothings all. They'd drained a few pints and decided they'd all plough the White Lady. Maybe then she'd bugger off.
Romantics.
Seems the White Lady spurned their advances. They still lie in the field. Folk are afeard to bury them.
Okay. And so this lady haunts those fields?
So the White Lady haunts your fields?
True. Just past the hut near the old town.
Oh, we were
Folk
just
say
over
she's
there.
made her home there. So,
I think.
will you save us from her?
Hello, person who is apparently now participating in this conversation. So, yeah, I mean, we can, but, like, let's talk
White Lady
the
can
price.
wait. Let's talk about my pay first.
Okay. So... again, I'm gonna assume we can do roughly halfway across here, so maybe 290 or so.
Oh, so be it. I can toss
Alright.
in that bit.
Nice. We'll make it
I'll
happen
take
then.
care of it. Using more effective means than brave Miko.
Okay. Shady individual? Is that really your name? Is that how you introduce yourself at parties? Oh, hey guys. I have this friend. I really want you guys to meet him. His name is Shady Individual. Yeah, we've known each other for a really long time. Good guy. Good guy. Okay, so... is it this hut right here? There's someone right over there. I would suspect the answer is no, however... I guess this peasant just doesn't really care.
Where are you rushing to?
Let's, you know, to prevent you from getting killed by this white lady, look for bodies of the white lady's victims using your winter senses. Okay. Let's just remind ourselves what this is all about. So while in Novigrad, Geralt came across a notice offering a bounty for killing a certain white lady haunting the fields outside the city. The Witcher, who was always in need of coin for... what does he spend his coin on? Armor? Swords? Looks to hold back his hair? At any rate, he was forever short of it, and so accepted the contract. Okay. And it was, what, level 16, and we're level 14, so it should be a little bit tricky. Is this reason in and of itself for us to... I mean, we were ideally going to be preparing or swapping over some gear. We looked at that other Scoia'tael trader to see if there was a way to upgrade our gear, and we could a tiny bit, but for the most part it was a side grade, if anything, it seemed. So that was the reason why we did not go that route. But we'll have to see. Yeah, maybe we save here. And that way, in case we do find that this is a little bit too much for us right now, I'm assuming it's going to be this, yeah. Then we can go back.
Whatever he saw just before he died gave him quite a scare.
Oh. Does that mean what I think it means? Anyone else?
Bodies dried to a crisp. Signs of burns. Noonwraith did this.
Okay. This one here.
Pale skin, but no blood loss. This is no vampire. Expected to see 4 bodies.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Oh?
Deep
Footsteps.
uneven tracks. Someone fled blindly in a panic.
Okay. To where? A windmill? I don't see where the tracks lead.
Want to explore the tower?
Oh, what? Oh, this is not the windmill. This is an entirely different castle that we somehow did not explore previously? What? Okay, so there's definitely stuff here. Lots of stuff here, because of course we have not been here yet. Silver, not bad. Yeah. Castle. Let's see what the deal is here. Okay, it's a little bit further south and east from where we were previously. Okay. This is not exactly the same location. Still a little surprised we didn't run into this place, though. Oh, and does it have a description? Does it have a fast travel location? Yeah, that says, in its glory years, this castle was home to the Rodanian Moskovits of the Sea Cats dynasty, patrons of the arts and admirers of elven culture. After the death by suicide of the dynasty's last member, Prince Adrian, the castle fell into the hands of the Rodanian crown, and then into ruin. That's a shame. Okay. So, let's check this out.
Blood trail leads to the cellar.
Let's see, there is a staircase leading us down, but let's make sure we're checking everything out in this castle area, because, of course, we haven't been here yet. Are you friendly or not friendly? Based on your name of Banditson, I guess would be the answer to that question is no. stay away from that
Come
pedestrian.
on, come closer.
Seems to be one more of you. Over here. Hello. Can you, like, yeah, come in this direction, maybe? Yeah, not really sure what happened there. Okay. Oh, there's 4 still? And we don't necessarily need to be fighting these guys, per se. Take it out? Looks like we just barely did. Okay. I think that's just the sound of their horses, not people riding said horses.